The Tank is a new horror movie with a strong creature feature focus. A family, Ben, his wife Jules and their daughter Raya, who inherit a piece of property on the Oregon coast that has been untouched for 40 years. Ben discovers the titular water tank and decides to investigate it, only to unwittingly awaken a group of amphibious monsters. As a creature feature, the tank tries to make a statement about animal behavior. It's also established that Ben and Jules own a pet shop, so they know a thing or two about the subject. Their knowledge of animals comes into play a couple of times during the climax, and the theme of animal behavior is foreshadowed in an early scene that is parallel to the ending. After the creatures are released, they begin to wreak havoc, killing anyone in their wake. The family is trapped in the house, and they are unable to get to their car because one of the creatures is roaming about. The creatures are angry that there are people in their territory, and they have every intention of killing the intruders. With this in mind, Ben cooks up a plan to make the creature think that there are intruders in the tank, which will distract it and allow his family to escape to the car. The plan backfires, and Ben gets seriously injured by one of the territorial creatures, barely making it out of the tank in time. One of the other creatures attacks Jules and Raya, who are barricaded in a room. The creature grabs Raya, intent on eating her later, and drags her into its lair, prompting Jules to go after her. Before going in, Jules wraps an alcohol-soaked cloth around her arm, claiming that it will burn the creature like acid if it tries to attack her. She specializes in veterinary medicine, so she knows that the alcohol would be toxic to the creatures since they are amphibians. She goes into the tank, killing 2 of the creatures with a pitchfork before finding Raya. Warding off the remaining creatures with a makeshift flamethrower, Jules rescues her daughter. She then has Raya wait in the car while she goes back for the injured Ben. Once Jules makes it back to the car with Ben in tow, she shoots a creature that is trying to get into the vehicle before driving off. There is a bit of foreshadowing in the beginning while the family is at their pet store. Jules talks to Raya about an axolotl that they have and informs her that he's an amphibian, like some of the oldest, baddest dinosaurs. This is parallel to the creatures from the tank, as they have likely existed long before humans. They emerged from the ruptured fault line after the Cascadia earthquake of 1700, and it is likely that they date back to prehistoric times. Jules also tells Raya that axolotls breathe through their skin, which is why they are slimy. This pays off in the 3rd act when Jules wraps her arm in cloth and soaks it in rubbing alcohol as a way to keep the creatures off of her when she goes into the tank to rescue Raya. Raya also informs Jules that the axolotl ate his brother and inquires why he did so. Jules cites a couple of possible reasons: hunger and territorialism.